Welcome to our BBC News special report on the growing threat of phishing emails. Joining us in the studio today are two leading experts on cybersecurity, Professor Emma Watkins, a cybercrime specialist, and James Blackwood, head of cyber defense at the National Cybersecurity Center. Welcome to you both. Professor Watkins, let's start with you. Can you explain to our viewers what exactly a phishing email is and why it poses such a significant cyber threat?
Absolutely. Phishing emails are a form of cyber espionage and social engineering, where attackers use deceptive messages to trick people into revealing sensitive information or taking actions that compromise their security. These emails often appear to be from legitimate organizations or individuals, but they're actually laced with malware or designed to steal login credentials and other personal data. The reason phishing is such a major cyber threat is that it exploits the weakest link in any cybersecurity system, the human factor. Even the most advanced cyber defenses can be rendered useless if an employee or individual falls victim to a convincing phishing scam.
And James, how widespread is the problem of phishing attacks? Are we talking about an isolated issue or something that's become a global concern?
Unfortunately, phishing has become a global epidemic in the world of cybercrime and cyber warfare. Cybercriminals, and even state-sponsored cyber threat actors, are increasingly relying on phishing as a primary attack vector. The scale and sophistication of these campaigns are truly staggering. Just last year, the National Cybersecurity Center dealt with over 15,000 reported phishing incidents, many of which were linked to serious cases of cyber fraud, cyber terrorism, and cyberbullying. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Many more go unreported. Phishing is a pervasive threat that affects individuals, businesses, and governments alike.
That's quite alarming. So what can be done to protect against these kinds of cyber attacks? What are the best practices for cyber hygiene and cyber resilience?
Well, the good news is that there are several effective measures that can be taken to enhance cyber defense against phishing threats. First and foremost, it's critical to educate employees and the general public on how to identify and report suspicious emails. Cybersecurity awareness training is absolutely essential. Secondly, organizations should implement robust email filtering and threat detection systems to catch phishing attempts before they reach user inboxes. Investing in the right cyber forensics tools and cyber incident response plans is also crucial. And on an individual level, people need to practice good cyber hygiene using strong, unique passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and being cautious about clicking on links or attachments from unknown sources. Cyber resilience is all about building a proactive, multi-layered approach to cyber risk management.
James, what role do you see governments and policymakers playing in the fight against phishing and other cyber threats?
Governments and policymakers have a crucial part to play in strengthening cyber defense and cyber deterrence against phishing and other forms of cybercrime and cyber terrorism. We need to see greater international cooperation and information sharing when it comes to cyber threats. Coordinated cyber defense strategies and effective cyber incident response protocols are essential. Policymakers must also work to establish clear legal frameworks and harsh penalties for cybercriminals in order to deter future attacks. At the same time, investment in cutting-edge cyber forensics capabilities and cyber risk management solutions is critical. Governments must lead by example, ensuring that their own cyber hygiene and cyber resilience is up to par. Only then can they provide the necessary guidance and support to businesses and the public. Ultimately, tackling the phishing epidemic requires a multi-stakeholder approach, one that combines technological innovation, policy reform, and a concerted effort to raise cybersecurity awareness across all levels of society.
Thank you both for that insightful discussion on the growing threat of phishing emails and the importance of comprehensive cyber defense. It's clear that we all have a role to play in strengthening our cyber resilience and protecting ourselves in the digital age. Professor Watkins and James Blackwood, thank you for joining us today. And that's all we have time for on this BBC News special report. Stay tuned for more updates on the latest cybersecurity developments.